I went on my first caribou hunt over on the Mulchatna herd when there was still caribou there. We were able to fly through Lake Clark Pass, and it was like a light bulb moment that went off, and so this is the only way you're going to see Alaska, and by doing it on your own is quite an amazing thing to do, and get up in the air and think that you can fly somewhere and be there in a few hours and be exploring somewhere that's 300 miles from your house is pretty amazing. Just being in nature is what really drives me to get out there and push to fly 200 to 300 hours a year. You're flying quite a bit. These guys that are going to do these ridgetop landings that are super short or glacier landings, just doing something that's not really feasible in most eyes in an airplane. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice. It's not something that you're gonna get out of flight school and go fly a Cub. You can fly the Cub. You can probably land in 400 feet right off the bat. But to get good at the craft takes a lot of practice. I think when I got my Cub, I didn't even leave a regular gravel runway for the first 100 hours. There's something about the nerves that it gets you too when you start to go into those places. It's definitely a mental space that you have to be hyper-focused during the time. You have to be in the moment. It's not something that you want to go out and do when you got all this stuff from life happening and put yourself in a situation that the outcome isn't good. I don't do this for a living, so I pick good days to do it on. Not always the best conditions. You get caught in stuff, Say you're taking a trip to the Brooks Range. Where I usually go, it's an 8-hour flight home. So there's a lot of terrain to get through and weather patterns, and you got to know when to stop. What keeps you alive is not pushing it so hard that you can't make it. Bush wheels themselves, and the 35s especially, open up a few different avenues that aren't open with smaller tires. I've rolled that Cub through some big tussocks, almost as big as the tire, and it can handle it. There's definitely a limit, and I found that limit, but it's an invaluable tire. It's an invaluable thing to aviation to have a tire like that has the ability to be pliable and roll over things that are just out of this world almost.